this is somehow because of it was asked how to do it. Somehow I have the need, besides myself, to make it better. More than whatever other cause or situation, it's because of friends, whoever sisters has asked me please to do this. So when I have a better, not good state of mind. I'm okay. Brothers, sisters, all of them. I am serious about it. And I am worried and very concerned about all we go through and it's testing. You know, after the public video last, which I made in having a coffee shop, Correntes Avenue, 5555 number. This address, right in 107. You know, I just came out and I was suffering all over again. So we have been under struggle again. Happened a lot of other stores and situations around the idea to not only making discredit, denigration, trampling, and the disbelief about my person about everything and the way everything is, and trying to sell the market of Sodoma generate image about this as I got it because of this as the so suddenly in the middle of extortions, which is supposed to be my diaries, and other people murdered and slaughtered, and I am feeling really of a focus for a moment. I am not feeling okay and with too much stress and tired, with too much damages, I am tired. I'm sorry. This is not I'm giving in, this is not I'm gonna stop or whatever. But I'm tired. You know, we have too much loss, and the pain of us has never stopped. Or maybe we've just taken the attention moment, the attention focus, where any other activity, situation, production, social problems, whatever it's just having a moment of. But anyway, what remains and hurts is Friday. Well, while extortion happened, one of the recurrent things were through the cameras of Buenos Aires City, a couple of sickle degenerates, while under extortion and asking me please to, in the middle of a damn situation which is supposed to be the average on me. One disgusting hell B-word, Sodoma, telling two disgusting hell B-word accomplices and trying to murder others to try to use them if they wouldn't just murder them. Look there. You see how it works? And this is how started the whole of the extortion of this day, which now is still August 11th, 2014, 23:28 from Saturday. Now, so in the middle of this all happened the reality that the idea of this lousy F and B words, Sodoma, see how it works, will be about how to make prostitution exercising. So suddenly, just dealing with that, he went away from there and came to the excursion school because of now needs to using the cheap horse with a stamp of the government of the City of Buenos Aires force, with a pardon of a lot of victims inside which are premeditating to the murder and not really murder, but the same B words. She said M-I-R, M-I-D, R-D-I, I-T-C, and others. With expertises Sodoma Puju, Policía Federal Argentina, always. Permanently. Sick F word, B word, them, shit Sodoma. Permanently. And whole Sodoma B words that generate little shit. Ejército Argentino always behind. And making the and pretending to play the bodies. Che, ¿qué te pasó ahí? B word, F word, piece of shit. Anda a manipular a la maldita ladilla que tenés prendida en el maldito recto. Perra de Sodoma. Sorry. I already had enough. All right. At this moment, my fairness and anger, people will attack, and others murdered because of it is not done what Sodoma degenerados, Ejército Argentino, perras de asesino. In the middle of this all, just happened the point of I were delivered into Chacarita, Buenos Aires, for the reason of you do or I kill them. So I were dealing there and coming around and around and around, and you know the local place, BFA, sick BF words, Sodoma, telling all over, comes here and gets all around and around and around, and six around to pick up, and comes all over the places where can have a phallus in mouth and in hands, and being, and also with hours all the time. The liar, piece of a B word of Sodoma. Keep on learning. Well, in the middle of this all, just to say, while telling, and Your Honor, in ICC with too much pressure, and with too much responsibility in a non-local affairs and business about my person who is world best, not supposed to terrorist. Just dealing with that Metropolitana F land word with a burden of too much victims inside, making the elaboration of because of we know when we are making a child. Keeps on the layering the BF words Metropolitana, Prefectura, Gendarmería, Policía Federal, Cide. So I just were all around, and all around dealing with the situation while people were murdered, and the ones that didn't have to be murdered, to the world get in pieces and fall in pieces apart. And the reality of this all for the world to still remain, for this be shit hell Sodoma world to not take place. Simply, am I supposed to nervous? I should have. I went around walking and making some hilarious communication, supposedly hilarious. And suddenly happened what happened. The how's this word? Whenever we talk about somebody which is so predictable, shit. And then Sodoma degenerados, ejército argentino, with Sodoma prostitutas, cuerpo médico forense, internated more people, and some of AMIA, telling that they were delirious and making medication because if they said what happens, like now, Sodoma, F, B words, degenerados abominables, making witchcraft. Oh, they are delirious, they need medication, and right now, because of they said that this F word, pieces of them F words that generates CCs of hell, lives on making witchcraft to me, telling that everything I am and I exist, my spirit, my gift, this, success, gift, this. The reality of my capacities and all I do and all I am belongs to them. Everything that it's God's means everything I am belongs to them. They says it's them. And the prostitutes evangelics of them says, oh yes, Lord said. Marita de Solana, sorry the word. And in the middle of this all, happened too much other things, and suddenly I just were dealing with, and dealing, and I got really righteous, so I made him 3 videos, which I just put it private, with my Android. And in the middle of the making this, I just walked on, and I just stilled on. There were the intelligence, civil secret agents, BFA, making the delirious of the F word, degenerado, Argentina, for the, we are not here to giving you pleasures, we come here to do what we gotta do. So like me, I'm gonna come with my partners and I'm gonna make it harder for you to understand that you are going to be sacrificed because of I gotta have powers for the fight and the cut-off. Oh my. And in the middle of this all, Amias and the ones incarnated said what happened and what this them shit were doing and robbing me what they were doing. And they never stopped making mind control and witchcraft to me, which still not. Sodoma, maricas. Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina. Thuggy them hell shit. That I am so delirious, like whenever I say this they are. Gotta go to murder, destroy, and hitting and attacking anyone that can be about the reality of mine, or simply understanding I am real. And I'm gonna end them sooner. And I'm gonna enjoy it. Ever. So suddenly what happened? All around. Damn shit to say. And forget me. I am really feeling annoyingly, irascibly anger. Just simply the reality. Walking here, walking there. Stand, please there. Stand, please stop. Get around there. Get around here. Try to come there. Try to come here, please. Let's see how we handle this. Go there, come out, hang on a little moment, hang on there, wait a moment please. You can forward, you can come, you can go. 85 members state of the United Nations in Geneva and New York were noted. The same international criminal codes and international code of justice morgues received this number of patients, members of state. How am I supposed to write this? Upon you better come and rope any one of our men and ask them to put it in your mouth. And you also say you better do what we tell you. You do what this bluff motif y patsu buhu you me pejo to metafajo to life. Hashem can do it all and Hashem is going to make the job necessary to defend the music of the necessary. It just happened. I suppose to others. Delivered me into CISA, S-I-S-A, Metropolitana Force, Lieutenant of Government of the State of Buenos Aires, making supposed strategy, intelligence and researching, chasing me all around. And playing the stupid them also. I am just whatever in the middle of nowhere, and you cannot notice because if I have the Evangelica Diabla destroying your understanding for you to not guess. The tellers of Sodoma starts telling Redemi, and the royalty of Adonai and Adonai with me, which belongs with him, were about to be what they are. Sick shit. So we are returning from this. And just in the middle of this all while, just went front, back, right, whatever, the whole of the damn disgusting lousy place. When this disgusting lousy hell excrements were all around making the staging environment and seed of the whole poison in the whole field to find out socially, institutionally, as commerces and whatever the places to be all around, telling whatever they need to the less humanity in the very end. Make any F-B words sort of that. So suddenly, in the middle of that all, I was spending a lot of time trying to avoid as less people and if possible nobody to be there. The Ejército Argentino, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Presidencia Argentina, oficialismo pedófilo. Come perro, degenerados abominables, falsificadores, genocidas, chorros, ladroncitas víboras, nos está difamando y nos ofende. Te voy a cortar en pedazos. And in the middle of this all around, and telling you better accept the denounces, and you better do, because of institutionally you gotta hear us. And we waste time, and people get stuck. And International Criminal Code has no guilt. They're just handling not a lot of time. So Michael Iris delivered me into CISA and RDI Metropolitana with BFA Intelligence, Narco, and whole F land word and B word Sodoma were all behind me, telling me what I had to do, saying, oh, we are in research process with this, and that's what we do. Because of everything is like we say, stolen to prey and stolen everything, and everything like it does is stolen and forged. So we are going to find it out. If there is all stolen, What is you that you didn't find out already yet? What is it that you didn't find out? And get my wrong that English. What is it that you didn't find out? Yeah, the fire is stolen. So 8 years making researches with 2,109,204 murdered by you. To the save today after that, and the genocide behind, upon my name, supposed to virus, megalomaniac, schizoid, Kaiser, teller, schizophrenic suffered, with a teller delivering to psychotic schizoid patterns after gas that I suffer. My crime profile. Of course, perra enferma. Really. And in the middle of this all, just to say, just to be clear about these terms, and I'm sorry. Just to be clear enough, came the moment where I just, feeling with, started to get tired and neurotic and annoying, and just went and come and gone and on and on. And I'm found in the middle of a situation where the supposed where with a vagina violador asesino de general inside, playing the, oh, I'm gonna be there, and that one is gonna tell, and I'm gonna show you, because we already know it all. Of course. And suddenly we're dealing with, stay there a moment, please. We don't want to lose nobody else. We don't want to cut in pieces and make noise. Ready to make whatever disaster. Just standing there and the disgusting F word, B word, Metropolitana, DMT. Inside that tent, oncoming the garrita. Watching. Oh, really? Maldita marica. And in the middle of this whole third word, I'm not talking about okay. Get me well. And in the middle of this whole, just dealing with the situation, and you weren't telling me, you can come now. My prayers. So I'm just coming away, and the damn CC that, making the communication like the damn CC used for. Like in a time, Sodom Ejército Argentina trying to murder Mr. President Shimon Peres. And suddenly, oh, because of what we told you. So suddenly, in the middle of this all, maldita marica metropolitana, que encima vas a patotear y a reventar y matar gente dentro de la fuerza, porque decir que mandas, te voy a cortar en pedazos, y vas a entender qué significa una ofensa, y qué significa muy serio lo que les hizo. Estás en el infierno, perra sodomita. Y voy a disfrutar tu eterna muerte y de cada perra enferma con él. Mándalos a F-Word, porque necesitamos poder. No estamos acá para placer de ustedes. Los voy a cortar en pedazos y lo voy a disfrutar. Degenerados a pudrirse por la eternidad. Van. And in the middle of this all, simply the reality, like it were, like it is, just went away and started the crazy F word, B word. CISA Metropolitana and expertises secret agents, intelligence, and narco BFA. Withoutly heads, I walk all around, desperate to trying to catch me, telling you are not gonna escape, we are gonna do to you. Gotta be done because of we command. Malditas infernales, atrofiados. Perras enfermas asesinas, degenerados. And in the middle of this all, I'm sorry words. The simple fact, I just walked and dealt with the situation. Watching and observing and studying how to making me fall and telling, you're not gonna guess. Don't you see? And leaves on making altars of Alvasu, voodoo, telling that is science for the national security. Taking peoples and parasiting peoples and not guessing like hell tellers they are. Degenerados. Taking whole information on that of people and studying every corner of them walking, working, living, breathing, and existing for the making what they do. I am not here for pleasure. I just gotta do what I gotta do, and like I'm gonna do harder to you, my bodies are gonna come behind my partner, and you gotta die because of I gotta have powers to fighting against the God. Sodoma! And in the middle of this supposed hilarious of mine, the reality of this all, like I said, just came on a walk and dealing with the sick shepherds, atrophiated, nasty hell, making up with the it's under research procedure after murdered 25,604 members of state since yesterday and today. It's a full word. We command and it's what we say gotta be done, of course. So perras abominables. And in the middle of this all, I just walked into it. And not the first time. In the last 12 years, there are day after day, some tiny rest, and day after day, like this last, day after day the same. And always evangelica and firma abominable with the pardon of penitence. We gotta help the authority because of God endorses the authority. And I'm gonna tell you what God endorses. The death of every kind of a shit freak like this. And that's happiness. Shalom. So in the middle of this all, the reality of this all comes to be exactly what it is. I just walked, and behind me came two vehicles with the generados in one four-wheel drive, stolen all. Always. Oh, came the president of Argentina, of the whole that were raped and murdered, telling they worth for something good. Pedazo de degenerados. And in the middle of this all, just to clear thing off, up feet in a walk. We are simple citizens. Who knows? We're just walking around. Oh, he's guessing us. Oh my God, of course. I just walked on, and a little piece of a shit, Metropolitana Sisa, right behind, and making the communication with the cell phone while during all my walk, and oh my God, I'm chasing and I'm controlling what it does. And I knew it were a disgusting Sodoma piece of a B word, F word, right about my person, to the make up any shit saying, oh, we put it in jail right now, already every one of it. So suddenly, these pieces of shit, I'm gonna put them where they gotta be, and where they gotta be is happiness. So suddenly, defamation of the government. Defamation. You comment? Of course. I'm gonna start with you now. And I'm gonna show you what it means, defamation, piece of shit. Cristinita prostituta. And all the pedophilic degenerate of you. And the sick shit genocider, your market of less humanity. Piece of whore. Cut me. Damn big word. And in the middle of this whole reality, to the set clear it all, making a paper upon paper, forgery upon forgery, and the damn shit evangelica train carnival crudo cabrera anacondia, telling that nothing like I say ever happened, and nothing is true. And they only will say what to be the reality and what God to show. Ain't nothing existed, like I say. And with that all, the them B words, CISA, RDI, and all expertises, sodomashica, or sodomeja, the phallus erecting every disgusting whore fest in evangelic title. And I'm sorry the word, and for the victims, but this is it. The right picture. Like the prostitute dog pretender of president and queen of the heaven. In the middle of the reality this, just came the certain clear then of sent to murder 8,907 more persons because of it didn't happen what the F lambda this word said to be. And the damn shifters to reply still, of course. And in the middle of the soul were just real, that little piece of a shit right beside, playing the I'm communicating, I'm just a civilian and watch you because of I'm the intelligence. I passed by and I said exactly what it is. While I were talking to Your Honor, and I said, the reason why, or something like this, like any Sodoma B word, to goes around playing the superstar detective, which will rot forever in all death consent. Piece of a B word, son of a B word, with a very anger. And through the son of a snake, piece of a B word, damn shit, there's to telling, don't you see you suffer schizophrenia? If there is a simple civilian, nobody says nothing. But even professional marica, abominable pedazo de degenerado, trained everyone for the best ever argument to putting, saying, and making at the right moment and manipulating like Sodoma, Maricas, Ejército Argentino. Oh, I shown you he sent everything like we were designing. So Sahab, Israel, and Israel God will have to pay for. They are accomplices of the robbery of this one and robs to us. Don't you see? We had it before, and they just comes to know and to tell now that we're any class of an argument already premeditated, studied, and trained to the being manipulative pieces of big word Sodoma, for the making the trade of the day like any big shit word. They are. Them just the same, trained for it. They told me to make into this one what we are doing to it and hating it and treating it and doing to it, and now you tell me that we gotta love him and respect him? No, you don't have to love me, you piece of a shit. And I don't need your love because of you ain't not love can have except for some hocus pocus to see who can you defend to being some degenerados. You don't have no love, you're a piece of a scum, you're a piece of a rotten shit. And that's the way you die. And in the middle of this all, the simplicity of this, to put it clear. I like to say, I like to say clear, enough. Says that we're trained about to attach the reality of cuerpo médico forense de la justicia de la nación argentina and armed forces, and all as intelligence, federal and military, about to refer all about my person, studying my profile and my supposed crime, felony, and terrorism for about this last 12 years, saying that is national security on in base of my reason, my supposed polarities. Everything in base of my person, and following, chasing, and murdering people, and putting people under kidnapped, telling that they are arresting because of they are with me or elected on me, or just saying or doing whatever the right job to put in establishing orders by law and by the real act of the government institutionally. Well, these BF words, pieces of shit, forgery one upon another, lie one upon another, an organization of degenerates, and all classify lie and poison to make believe less humanity. We don't come here to giving you pleasures. I'm gonna make you harder, and all of my partners behind of me, and you gotta die for we to have powers and fighting to mierda. Sorry. Pedazo de P. Palabra de mierda. Y la palabra P es justamente la palabra de lo que sos. B-word. And in the middle of this all, just happened a reality. Oh, because of with Osvaldo Carnival and Guillermo Prain, we came on studying their expertise on the spiritual, the same as all national security. Of course. And we have seen that this has this schizophrenia and suffers schizophrenia, and we came on studying on the national security this class of a crime and terrorism and so dangerous, making and genociding and murdering people self-government and races against everybody and destroys everybody, you know, and robs and makes a whole corporation and its families like him. Of course. If 12 years you needed to making genocide of whoever to know the truth, and your B words, low, cruaja, the chip, tragic, them, low shit, pretender of forensics and logistics, market of Sodoma, B word, like that. You never done nothing but anyone like never were about my person related and only find out truth about my words and everything you do. You needed to disappear and murder like 17,214,908 persons, and you went to rape families complete and pregnant and marriages saying they were for something good. By the hand of the damn B word, damn low shit, Christina Kirchner. And it's B word, damn shit, Nestor Kirchner. 12 years, and you come now telling that you don't have steel, that I am so squeezily sliding dark. At 12 years, your expertisement didn't were no enough but to rape, murder, and disappear and making genocide like a piece of a big word, Sodoma F word, shit, all around, whatever the gender and the age, and the class, and murder. And you never, through this 12 years, found not a real plausible piece of a reality about my person that you say, I am and I do. Son of a shit, piece of a big word. It's because of you exactly what I said. And it's already shown. Degenerado hijo de una gran maldita P word. Hijo de un gran P sodomita. Then in the middle of this all, it's simple like this. You need to go to murder people saying organized crime because of you say you gotta do it because of your command. And this is not discussable. I not need to say no more. It's exactly this. And not even then. You just watch all around who else knows. For you to go to murder, for you to say we do it here. And the only vigilante, the only you have is forgery lies and the generados to rape, murder and rob. And saying you gotta have power to fight in the God. Piece of a perja. Sodomeja degenerado. So in the middle of this all just happened what we never thought would. נפוץ חמת לנחייה בצחולת צמת. הנשומו ולחצי ימהב. החוליה. https://www. Nunca te cruces con Mía y nunca pretendas que Dios se someta a tu voluntad. Mortality. F8. Last key and clean on my side. Last blade presses in my mouth. And in the middle of the soul, the disgusting 10 that generate after my set today. PFA and Metropolitana, disgusting horrors. Finance of Sodoma, telling that they have too much pleasures within parties, so they don't understand what I say. Yes, you do the same like them, and you rituals one each other in the other generations, you want each other hard. So suddenly, the point of the soul, the point of the soul and the reality of the soul just came like the point. Te puedes ir. The point of the soul, like to set clear this and observe this. I have enough. To set clear this all, as this came to be, this is now. This pieces of horse also delivers nuns and kidnap Viagra, makes them have orgasms, and makes the whole them lígida, and sacrifice them, murders them, and still delivers in clip of Messiah, and of course, the whole between family, oh, crop you, crop me, we can do together with partners, like between them each other, woman to woman, man to man, Sodoma. So you have pleasures, piece of a horse. You have pleasures but deliver into murder and justify the rape and murder. Oh, they took F word to everyone. It's all okay, don't you worry. It's a toy. They're having fun around, rejoicing. We're the patriot, for Christ's sake. Damn hell, Sodoma whore. You will rot in hell, everyone. As well the damn shit you celebrate. Pleasures. Damn shit. And in the middle of this whole reality, to the end, for this moment, and I'm sorry that, already enough. The clear simplicity above. That the generation praying, especially praying in Carnival, González, Fabiana González, and mismo Osvaldo Carnival, the same Osvaldo Carnival, with praying, and that the generation Sodoma, all gender, because of it's exactly this, whole, if you want, gender
and H, rapists whole with legs. Not like I always came on saying, like they do, even chicken, dogs and goats, saying that's them authority in power. Males. Rapists. And murderers, degenerados abominables. To the saying about I will ever be kind of a dangerous one, saying that God never can be with me because of the whole of the arguments of the pieces of whore, them scum shit, the liars atrophiated demons, pretender of Sons of Lord Evangélicas Unidas Argentina, and associated all. Pedazo de perras enfermas llenas de codicia de degeneración, de mentira y de pudrición y de muerte. Otra cosa no tendrán. Telling that I am a know nothing of God, and nothing of God can be. Who makes strategy with this class of a shit to go to killing Jews. I'm sorry the word. The reason of the Jews for Al-Qaeda. Forgive me. To murder Jewish people. Telling that they are business and they're gonna die. Guillermo Horacio Preno, Osvaldo Carnívoro, Mar Cabrera, Carlos Anacondia, Juan Carudo, United Evangelics parties. And they launch them still whenever they have a chance, whenever they do not rescue. And whenever they need to rescue as well. Into lava holes. And in the middle of this supposed delirious, which it is happening, the certain clear thing is like I cannot be nothing of God, says, and God cannot be with me, says, and nothing of God can be about my person, and saying that God taken everything away from me, off of me, and gave it to them bodies, maricas, Sodoma, rapists of whole and whole age, my life and my existence. And telling that I rob them whenever I do anything like God never allowed me, they says, using my existence for making normally, naturally what I am and what I do. What you see in my accounts, and what I sent Israel, International Criminal Court, States, and France too. Telling that it's all theirs and I steal them, of course. That everything of God belongs to them, to Sodoma, and the pieces of shitness. And not only that, but telling that even with this, I will be cursed and also punished by God. Telling that I am a simple lie on my own, believing that I will be with God and cheating everybody and making a tikuma tabachali what they do, shadins. And the way they die, shadins, forever shalom. And saying that I am just an schizophrenic, psychotic schizophrenic psychopath. That only I can do guess like a teller. And I take anything on in my patterns of pathology, they says, I just deduce and deliver the projection, and the Lord understands that, but we cannot allow this to keep on making. So guesses something around and arms something in the pathology and says things that never happened, of course. And we know with the expertises, with them expertises in the spiritual, our expertises in lie and the generation and abomination and being just a piece of them. Holy and that's the way they dies. Shalom. Thank God. So at the point of this all, and my violence and my state, and I'm sorry for this, I am not angry with your honors, as the President Israel, Moshe Hashem, neither will Adonai. But what I'm gonna produce, this are gonna wish never even have them eyes, not even to watch a simple shape around. And the reality of this, I'd like to set clear, is what it's gonna start to happen now. This business of shit gets friended and make it worse. And I'm gonna get worse, make it to them. And I'm gonna enjoy it. And we are going to see what is defamation and damaging and what it means to be a murderer for the name of Yeshua. And I'm gonna show it so clear, way sooner than you pieces of culé, degenerados creídos de forenses y legistas, salud mental. You are going to know horse, felle, what it's like being a delirious shit, atrophiated piece of a rotten shit like you all are. So sooner. And you are going to know I were which you always knew I am. Shalom. https://www. Jornadas de degenerados, sodomitas, prostitutas, asesinos y mercaderes argentinos, la raza degenerada de toda la humanidad y de toda la historia, de la misma raza a la cual nombramos .tf8. Just like before, everything here. This is already 035 at this August 12th, 2014. I am pretty pissed off. Alejandro, Blanco, Redemi, I'm sorry. My terms. This is not a virtual French. This will be like Ishmut Ahu Tehim in French, and with subtitles in the whole of Atmohuti Beshotaf. To set clear